Okay, ladies, let's go. North America. We have the grand final of the First Division S Season 2 qualifier. And it's a best of 3 series with Perfect Gems going up against the Anti-Clown Association, also known as Anti-Clown Ass. And on the left side of Volskaya Foundry, our first map, Unaverted on Vala with Gronmin on Blaze, Wreck on ETC, PogX on Maiev, and we have Valamar on Oriel. And to the right side, the Anti-Clown Association with Quantum on Ana, main tank Uther, of course, we're in A after all, played by my pal Vince. We have Dude Bites playing Leoric, God Filth on Medivh, and Calcia on Greymane. With that nickname, I expect a lot of filthy plays from Medivh. Let's see if we're going to get that or not. But yeah, we're looking at North America. And, well, if you already watched the European qualifier for Division S, then there are a couple of changes here. So, to my knowledge, there are a lot of teams that actually dropped out of Division S after the first season in North America. A lot of the players stopped playing the game, so they have more slots available over there than they do in Europe. And to my knowledge, and we're going to work under this assumption for this entire series, the winner of this best of 3 will not only win the tournament, but therefore also immediately win a spot for the next season of Division S. So there's a lot on the line. There will be more qualifiers to be played, so the loser of this series still has another chance, another qualifier. But as it stands, the winner is going to grab one of these slots. And as the 1 minute mark hits, of course, we have immediately rotations over to those turrets. You want to control the items as quickly as you can, and as the camps spawn at the 1 minute mark, it's usually the first stop for both teams, which is exactly the case here. As we say that, we have still to talk a little bit about that setup that we're seeing for the red team. So they play Uther in the main tank position, and this is actually once again a very NA thing to do. Europe has lately started to play Uther a little bit more often in off lane or sometimes also in a tank position. But then again, to be fair, most of the time it was teams that were heavily favored over their opponent, and they were also leaning around a little bit. Doesn't mean that the hero doesn't offer anything in that position. The cool thing about Uther is that he still provides a lot of the things that a real main tank does, like for example a direct stun in CC. So he's a little bit more tanky, he provides the direct crowd control with those stuns that he has, and obviously the additional heal doesn't hurt either. In this case, the red team is even playing this out with a double support plus Medivh. So more of a 2.5 setup that they are running now. But that makes the entire thing incredibly interesting. Builds and meta are generally quite different on North America, but also the level of play is not really on the same as in Europe, which doesn't mean that we're not getting a lot of exciting games. We definitely do, but definitely don't be surprised if there are sometimes other decisions being made here. The first decision that I really applaud is the Janet Leoric skin that we're currently seeing here. After Blizzard needed Leoric's closet for the remaining parts of the Heroes of the Storm development team, he finally joined the Nexus, and the Janitor is now in full force active on Volskaya Foundry. Crowd Surfer is currently the talent taken on level 4, so maybe a couple of sneaky plays going to be made by ETC here. With level 4 talents, we also saw the Sleeping Dart build continued from Ana, that these days is active again. At some point replaced by the grenade build. But now as we're just starting to jump in, we already have our little setup here with a slight lead for the blue team since they grabbed the additional item. They were able to earlier take the healing beacon, and they're gonna try and put that to some use. But PogX is actually rotating topside for the experience. You kind of need to make sure that you grab that XP, even if you need to rotate away from the objective at one point. The reason for that is simply that level 7 is usually what is being looked at during the first objective. If your opponent grabs it and you miss out on it, then you're in trouble and you will have to yield the position anyways. So Maiev pushes this out. Therefore, another wave pushes into the towers, and since no one from the red team is rotating over, they're going to lose out on that additional wave. And that makes a difference. Now we have level 7 ready for perfect gems, and the Anti-Clown Association has to move away a little bit. The interesting thing is actually they call themselves the Anti-Clown Association, and then they clown around with the Uther main tank, so I need to take that nickname with a grain of salt, I would assume. But also, Leo in this case now, with the wave clear at the bot lane, has joined the fight. And we still have a pretty big lead here for the blue team. Next item is also up, so they could fight over that too. And already, as it happens, they're starting to jump straight in for this one with the first kill against Great Main. Jumping in onto... Whoa, power slide, baby. And a good one at that. There's also the tether, and all of a sudden Uther and Leoric are eliminated. That makes it a quick triple kill, and Unaverted looks to gain another one. They go for Medivh, and he does not want to die here. 29 stacks is a little bit too much to lose, but the first protector is currently taken. All right, so there we go. Protector is taken, and with that they have the chance to also prepare for the second objective. As many times talked about, if you play on this map, what you want to do with the Protector is you want to move onto the top lane and take the top fountain down. There are a few teams, Polish AHGC player, the former HGC players, they make a bit of a different variation. What they do, instead of preparing objective number 2, they sometimes rotate down to the bottom of the map to take the fountain down here and prepare for objective number 3. One of the reasons is that usually when you take the Protector, you also grab the early level 10, and that then can help you to take this fountain too. But no matter what you do, you should not lose heroes while you have the Protector, and Greymane gets the kill against Vala. But at the same time, you should never just focus your entire attention onto the middle of the lane, which especially plastic players oftentimes do, because you grab the Protector here, and of course this is the closest target, so you should try not do that. There it is still! Fountain is still up, and the Protector is gone, so Perfect Gems did not really get a lot out of this. But now they have their level 10, and with that they have an opportunity to maybe still make that push happen, or even steal the item away. I'm a bit disappointed. Honestly, if you have level 10, why the hell do you not grab this? There is zero reason for them to let the opponent grab their turret. So they have an entire level advantage, heroic ability, and they don't do anything with this. The first thing that they should have done, if they want to go for the items, if they grab level 10, is you invade your opponent's turret camp, you take that away from them, then you can still go up to the top and then afterwards rotate to the bottom left. And all of a sudden you have full item control, which they just let pass. So definitely a misplay from them and a lost opportunity. They are still ahead, of course, but they could have cemented that lead a bit more, especially with the second objective in mind. Now this is going to be a way more even fight than it should have been. So this is definitely a bit of a problem that they're running here. With this also topside, we now have level 10 abilities coming in for the team in red. Clown Association is currently checking that out. And, well, let's see. Dudebuys, my pal wins, already sitting tight here. Both of them again under a bit of trouble, especially Leoric. Quest is, by the way, completed for Medivh, so that helps and helps a lot. But, yeah, as it stands, Medivh is still holding the line at the top side. And as long as he holds onto that fountain, that's half the battle. They're pushing to the bottom. Nice stun setup. And nearly the kill against Unaverted. But Vala is still alive and is able to keep herself in play here as the Eye of Horus just shells away. It's actually a bit surprising to me that Quantum went into the Eye of Horus. There were a few targets that they could have gone for, but nope, Eye of Horus it is. Sniper, baby! Yeah, and level 13 is looming on the horizon. That's normally when the objective is announced too. The team that gets the first Protector and therefore secures the lead in experience traditionally also grabs the early level 13. That helps then with objective number 2. But as we're seeing the Anti-Clown Association doing a pretty good job catching up in XP, they should be able to force the even Talon fight as the objective spawns on the map. So this game is by no means in the hands of Perfect Gems. Again, we talked about a couple of the options that they had earlier. That vault was also a problem because now it's on cooldown. And there's the kill against Vala. Yep, Entombment down, and there's another kill attempt against Maiev. This time she seems to be able to get away. But that kill against Vala definitely hurt when you look at the experience. And that is definitely something where the Anti-Clown Association can now catch up. Yeah, Leo's being at the top again, doing his thing, and so far so good for them. Nicely done. Okay. Bottom of the map. D-Rack and Gronmin both sitting there. 13 is now ready. Vala is back. Uther already taking a slight lead for the red team, so that's going to help. In terms of experience, items are being controlled again by the red team. I like that. In terms of damage output, 28,000 for Vala, 15,000 for Medivh, top damage dealer for the team. Not really a whole lot. But now all they have to do is rotate Uther back and take the opponent's turret away from them too. Medivh can still cheat a little bit and use his legal map hack, and they're actually doing more than that. They're trying to go for him. Someone needs to body block, but they are able to get it thanks to the ult of Medivh anyway. Yeah, now it's 13 versus 13. They can rotate topside. They have more items than the opponent. Their entire situation is just way better. That fountain might finally be taken down. Uther needs to be careful. Gets body blocked for a second. Drops the turret. And now everybody is still in range of that fort. Here comes the attack. The ult from Uther not doing too much. Leo isn't even there yet. And the red team completely whiffs this move. Big throw from them. They got too greedy, moved up, they were lacking Leo, so instead of just waiting a second and taking the 5 versus 4 fight with an item advantage, they jumped in, took a bad 4 versus 4 and lost 3 heroes. Yeah, the red team is still clowning a little bit around here. Honestly, it's kind of infuriating. They played incredibly well after they lost the Protector. Before that, they lost a few of the minions that they should have definitely secured. But they kind of played well, and they also really played well around the items. And now that they got the kill against Blaze and finally level 13, they started to rush it towards the top instead of taking the advantageous fight for themselves. And the blue team with 6 kills against 3 has taken another lead again. So at this point, this is getting a bit iffy, especially since that fort is now taken down with the Protector, the second one. They can move straight down to the bottom of the map, prepare for objective number 3, and on the way even knock on the door of the fort itself here. So it's a little bit of a weird game that we have so far. A lot of back and forth, and I feel like from both teams, a couple of strategic mistakes there. The red blue team could have been way farther ahead, as I highlighted a bit earlier. But now they've taken that lead again, and they have the level 16 talent just around the corner, which gives them the lead once more. Moving down to the bottom of the map and taking down the fountain should be the next objective. Now Unaverted gets a lot of good damage in actually against Leo. So they can push the lane out, they can get level 16, they can take this one down and then also focus onto the items again. But yeah, both teams, they are fighting for a spot in Division S North America. They're trying to pull it off. There's the 16 also. We have Frost Shot from Vala, so a little bit more slow. Fountain is down. They might be able to take the 4 too. They have a massive structural lead on the map now. And with that damage, they might even be able to break through that wall if they push the agenda. But even just falling back and taking the items would be great for them. They already hold a few. They have still 1 turret on Vala. And I'm honestly not quite sure if there's any additional items that they are holding, but it seems like the next play is going to be for the... Yes, there is a second turret actually for Maya, but they're going to make the play up here towards the top. So, with this, still half a level for the red team to come back into this. They are taking their own item down at the bottom right of the map, so that's another good move from them, not waiting around for too long. Healing Beacon has easily been claimed, so there's now 1 turret available for the red team too. But still a big lead, of course, for the blue team. That's something that's going to be very, very difficult to fight against, because they have now a talent advantage, they have the healing beacon advantage, timer over here, 27 seconds, so there's another one soon up. That's something that they should also consider. But this is looking really good for the blue team again. Yeah, and it's a little bit of a mistake on the red team side. They had a great chance to fight for the Protector top side, but they kind of blew that a little bit. Now we have a big lead though for Perfect Gems, and with that they should be able to set themselves ahead here. Medivh is still flying around and obviously scouting everything out. Blaze can push this out, doesn't have to, plays it safe and rotates down to the bottom of the map quickly. They take another item, which means that now they are controlling 3 turrets and 1 healing beacon. And with that, they could invade top right. They could really invade this position and take this camp too. Push this out a little bit more. They honestly have now an opportunity. They can either go for the top right spot, they can try to... Yeah, hiding when Medivh is flying directly over you, that doesn't usually work. You can see into that bush. He's that good. But you can move down to the bottom right now and break through that wall, for example. That's definitely an option that they have. So this is one of the things that, yeah, definitely works now. Because they have so many items, they have still an advantage in stats, so you can take that fight. There's the polymorph already. That didn't do too much. camp topside is still pushing, so as long as they occupy them at the bottom of the map, that's going to help. Here comes the big attack, and immediately the power slide. Mosh pit is up, gets used, but only it's one. Second one gets pulled in, and that's a double kill. And with 2 down, they might even be able to get a third. There's the heal on ETC. Items are all on the ground, and they're going to get way more than only those 2 kills. They're already dropping Leo. Medivh gets away, but that wall is not running anywhere. A little bit of body blocking on Ana, they're gonna drop her too. And even with the help of Medivh, she doesn't survive. Blaze falls, but this doesn't really matter anymore. Medivh is barely alive, makes it out, but will have to heal. And with the minion wave pushing through, the minimum that Perfect Gems gets now is that wall. But with 15 seconds left, you obviously already know that they're gonna go for the keep too. They can send a hero back and start working on the Punisher. Getting level 20 and playing it safe here would probably be their best option. Wouldn't really push for core here. There's no real need to. They're getting a bit more damage out. They're getting a few more experience points thanks to that. And now they even grab an item on the way back. Topside, Medivh is dealing with it. This camp has done a lot of work and went through the entire wall in the meantime. But the position that the blue team is in now is just fantastic. Level 20 has just now dropped. They have the chance to go straight for the objective. Farfly Quiver already chosen. Damage output on Bala's and 57,000. I mean, she's looking strong here. They're even going for an additional item because they had the additional time. D-Rag is already sitting tight at the side, anchoring the play, making sure that nobody's moving in too aggressively. Has to be careful though. Has to be cautious. Yes, there's the wall stun. Alright. Slides away, and Auriel gets caught for just a second. That's not too big of a problem. Keep in mind, Maiev is still at the bot side. They are going into a 4 versus 5 now. Now, the only thing that Perfect Gems has to do now is not throw it. That's the only thing. They lost the healing beacon, but that's still something that that's a loss you can suffer. It's not really a big problem. Now Maiev comes in because they're saying, alright, you might have been able to steal one thing away, but you're not going to go that deep. And here comes the attack itself. It's a little bit disconnected, but Leo's about to fall. And there it is, the first kill as Maiev still taps the fountain. Vala, nice Aegis saving her. Gromin comes in too. Vala could always move away. And there's the tour bus, baby. The party bus is en route, and that's the kill against Greyman and Uther. Ana goes down, the supports are eliminated. 14 kills against 4, and that's a 5-man team wipe as they clean house. And now, of course, it goes straight in for that core. As up at the top, another keep is soon going to fall too. Don't have to waste your time any longer with the objective. With Leo only being back in another 10 seconds and everybody else still down for another 30, there's obviously no chance of saving that core at all. This is going to be the lead. This is going to be the lead for Perfect Gems in this grand final of the First Division S qualifier. And they are 1 map win closer to qualifying for the second season of Division S. Congratulations. Well done by the Perfect Gems against the Anti-Clown Association here on our first map in the best of 3 series, Volskaya Foundry. GG, and well played. Okay, ladies, more North America. You can't spell Clown Fiesta without an A. On the left side, Perfect Gems and Unaverted plays here on Liming. We have PogX on GNG. Let's go for the resets. And they go full Panda. Valamar on Lily and Gronmin on Chen. D-Rag on Diablo to round the setup up. And to the right side, Anti-Clown Association with Dude Bites on Dehaka for the global value. Vince on ETC. Got Filth on Hanzo. I was missing those filthy Medivh players in the last map. Let's see if Hanzo can maybe deliver. Kelsey on Maiev and Quantum on Ana. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Now again, just to remind everybody where we are. We are currently in the grand final of the first qualifier for Division S North America for the second season. And the winner of this best of 3, it got actually confirmed by the way, will take a slot in an 8 direct. Ether Walk! I can only tell you guys that Blizzard is so incredibly happy that finally some people are picking Ether Walk after they buffed the talent. How many times? 5, 6, 7? I don't even know how many times. But yeah, finally someone is picking Ether Walk. They're like, mission accomplished, baby. Oh yeah, Li Ming is balanced. Let's go. But now to the top lane, Chen going up against the Panda, dragged into the shots for just a second, so half HP for our boy. And what else? Currently we're looking at the bottom of the map, and also for the Panda, by the way, the Storm Stout secret recipe. And a kill against Genji! Well, we always knew who the stronger Shimada really was. And as Hanzo comes in to kick his little brother's ass, we have the first kill of the game. Immediate move towards the camps. 1 minute in, we have Siege Giants now spawning. And that is a bit of a more aggressive move. They let the Siege Giants wait a little bit. Interestingly enough, the first tribute is going to spawn at the bottom of the map. So the Siege Giants on the red team side will have a bit less value. Liming already taken. I have zero idea why they picked Liming. I'm going to be absolutely honest here. Sometimes NA is a little bit weird, but especially on this map, I mean, the map screams for Rhaegar. It really does. So if you want to have a support, Malfurion is still one of the #1 picks and is consistently picked and banned in Europe. Then you have Rhaegar, who is just fascinatingly good on this map because you have so many camps where he can, with his wave clear, give you additional value. And instead they're going for Lili, who still doesn't give you a targeted heal, which is one of the biggest problems that the hero has. You have a couple of lines around, but there's nothing on the other side that would really justify that. By now we're also going into the Dragon Claw on level 4. I guess the one argument in favor of Lili is that they have an additional Panda in the game. So the Panda synergy. This is honestly something, now that Blizzard pretty much has confirmed that Heroes of the Storm is not only a classic game, but it's also hardcore casual. At least they're balancing around casuals. They should do hero synergies. Can you imagine hero synergies in the game? Like, for example, you pick Chen together with Lili, and all of a sudden your two heroes get, I don't know, 10% more damage. Model is a little bit bigger. 10% more cuteness. Something along those lines. I mean, be my guest. Or if you pick an all-orc setup, all of a sudden you get a mini Bloodlust activatable every 2 minutes. Something like that. That is honestly something. If they already go full meme game, then at least they could throw something like that in too. That would open up whole new possibilities and draft elements there. Can you imagine the synergies that we could see? You go for an all Overwatch team, you instantly win the game, you don't even have to play it. Stuff like that. It's fascinating ideas. This is why you guys watch Khaldor TV. This is why you watch the channel. Exactly this is it. For these insanely good ideas that Blizzard could implement any day. The other day we had Bitch Slap Abathar, still waiting for it by the way. And now we come up with this gem. Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. Also, the one thing that we're coming up is a fight that we're currently taking right now. So, we have our first objective on the map. And PogX is already sitting tight here. There's a level 7. Interrupts need to come through, and indeed they do. Also, full scatter arrow build, but goes into the explosive arrow on a map where you could go for the 2 bosses. We're on the other hand, but well, let's see. 7 talents give a big advantage over to the red team. That's great for the Anti-Clown Association. That's a huge power spike that they can fight around. And they go for Diablo, and he gets wrecked. And Lili and Liming are currently getting zoned out. And Genji gets wrecked once more. Genji down, and here we go. Also, after the Ether Walk on level 1, we now have also Calamity taken on level 7. That a boy. Let's go for Lili. Looking for adventure! And gets her ass kicked in the first fight. But 3 kills against 0. Currently Diablo is hesitating a little bit. What he wants to pick here. Went actually on level 1 into the Feast on Fear, so expecting a lot of stuns here with his Shadow Charge. The lead in experience is actually a minimum if compared to the kill count that we have. So they haven't really gotten a lot out of this. There's a quick engage over in the middle of the map as Diablo was trying to be a little bit more aggressive around this. Talking about aggression, Genji is jumping in. Okay. And let's see. There we go. Diabolical momentum. Yeah, Diablo knows that his days are numbered. Lilith is coming into the series, and that makes him a lot less dangerous here. But again, the series at least is still called Diablo. There's a slide. Lili looking for adventure, and the only thing she finds is death. And now she rots in a shallow grave on Cursed Hollow. It's a little bit of a sad story of a panda that ran away from home and was trying to explore the wide world. and got killed in the process. Talking about people that get killed, EDC got wrecked here. That was a bit too aggressive, my friend. Yep. Dibbles with the big push into the fort, and that's the end of him. Down he goes. 4 kills against 1, nearly level 10 though, and that's still pretty good for the red team, whereas the blue team... No. Okay, thank you. I was just like, they have level 10. What are you guys doing? Go in and kill his ass. Where's the Dehaka burrow? Right there. Get the drag in and take him down. Don't wait for your opponent to get level 10. No. Yeah, there comes Genji, and they go for the fight. Yeah, they fight against level 10 abilities. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Eye of Horus, baby! Right between the eyes. That visor was no challenge for Ana whatsoever. Straight into that slit into the eye. Well done. And now with 5 kills against 1, they go for the boss. Level 10 abilities on the left side too, where we have the 1000 jugs right now. And they don't go for a boss yet. You have that camp in the middle. Okay, they're starting to move towards the top. Genji isn't here yet. Dehaka is trying to secure the bottom. Can make the play right here. Where's the Dehaka burrow when you need it? Really? Okay. I would have forced that fight any day of the week. Your opponent just got a hero back on the map. You have a 5 versus 4 for quite some time. Go in with Dehaka, get that tongue, take one down, and then go from there. Fair enough. Dehaka at least gets them the experience lead at the bottom. That's also something. I mean, that's not bad. Now we have the blue team starting to rotate a little bit more aggressively down to the bottom of the map. And Dehaka is slowly starting to rush away here. Okay. Also, by the way, what do my tired eyes spot here? Kek? What? Really? Kek? He went into Kek? Okay, first of all, that is sacrilege because he just dropped the chance of giving us the quadruple panda. That's number 1. That's the first reason why he should be reported right away. Second reason is that Kek is just garbage. So, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but apparently they won game 3. There's the quick move onto... Oh, Dehaka is finally joining the fight. Ana's already dead though. And Genji slicing and dicing as Hanzo takes him out again. No brotherly love right there. Kill against Maiev, kill against ETC, and the red team is on the run. Dehaka trying to rush out here, and another drag. Actually, I like what Dehaka does with these drags. The problem that I have is that he joins those fights a bit too late for my taste. So now 6 kills against 4 and pressure at the bottom of the map thanks to the Siege Giants, but they're not really pressuring this too hard. 2 tributes already in the hands of the Anti-Clown Association, but 1 is now grabbed by Perfect Gems. So let's come back on this real quickly. Why is the Wandering Kek just so garbage? And well, the reasons there are aplenty. A couple of patches ago, actually not a couple of patches ago, a long time ago, Blizzard changed it so that the knockback distance from the Kek has been increased, and that means that it's nearly impossible to control how you can barrel a hero away. Face check! And then. Ba-dum. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't face check bushes. I heard there's a great video out there. So now they finally go for the boss. But yeah, again, the increased knockback range has actually made it very impossible to completely isolate a target properly with Chen. So that's one of the reasons. Another one is that Triple Panda is just incredibly OP on level 10. So you want to take that any day. When we're talking about the strength of a talent, why you should pick it, you always have to put it to relation to the talents that you give up if you take that. And the Triple Panda, Storm, Earth and Fire, is just way better. And another reason, as I mentioned before, you gave up on the Quadruple Panda. The cuteness alone would have won you the game. But instead, they're now looking at Kek. Yeah. The only reason these days why I would still pick Kek is if I was in a match with Sonya and I wanted to go for the washing machine on level 20. And if you don't know what the washing machine is, then first of all, shame on you. Second of all, grab a friend, go to quick match, play Chen, play Sonya, go on level 20 for the leap crater, and go for Kek. And then just crater anybody, jump in with Chen, and then you go for the washing machine, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you play the game. At least according to Blizzard these days. Dibbles goes down again. He likes being dead. And looks like Chen might also... No. Could always Kek away. Kek away, easy peasy. But as it stands, level 9 versus 9 kills against 5, and level 13 talents for both teams. And finally, we're going to have a boss taken. They are trying to take the one at the bottom of the map. Yeah, is the Haka maybe moving down? Because they could already rotate down and try and interrupt that. But they don't, so they just grab this one. And yeah, I mean, I guess if the Haka would have made a move, maybe... Oh, big boy arrow. Really? The play! And the Haka runs into the root! What a glorious fight! What a glorious fight! Yes, the mosh pit right on the Apocalypse. Mad value over here. They get Chen regardless out of the barrel and straight into his doom. But what a glorious setup. The long distance arrow connects. They still lose it because the Haka runs into the circle. And then shortly after, we actually see the quick kill against, or the interrupt against the mosh pit because ETC activates it on a Diablo. Apocalypse stamp. 4 kills regardless for the red team, so it's a win. One way or another, it's a win for them. They might have lost the boss ladies, but they have won the team fight. And now 13 kills against 5. They are also cursing their opponent. The blue team is cursed. You can let this go. Seriously, this is one of the things that a lot of the teams do, which they really don't have to. Why take that fort down? The minions are going to do that. Just go through the wall and go for the keep. Even breaking this down, why? Go through the wall, go for the keep is all that you have to do there. Now they fight with level 16, but the Haka is again not here. So they are playing this without the Haka. He gets the elongated tongue on level 16. And they need to make a little bit of a decision what they actually want to accomplish with this. I like that the Haka at least went down and got the side lane value. And so the first archer, that's Harry the archer, is starting to attack the fort down there. But they are dodging around and killing heroes. I would really love for the red team to try and capitalize on that curse a little bit more. Because so far they're not getting all that much. They got the fort in the middle, which they would have gotten even without the curse. Honestly, if it was serious, they did more or less get it without the curse, jump behind it. So now they're getting the fort at the bottom. They're pushing straight through the middle again. But with level 16, I honestly think they could have gotten a keep here. If they jump into that middle and start attacking it, they could have grabbed that for sure. So now they have a level 16 talents. And that means that amongst other things, we now also have the elongated tongue and the showstopper. ETC, by the way, needs 2 additional stacks to also complete proc on level 1. It's going to be great for him. And yeah, I'm definitely ready to see how this is going to pan out. Now that the camp also got stolen away. Level 16 is the next one. Okay, in we go. 6 deaths on Genji, by the way. Sounds about right. And over to the right, there's the place. Yeah, the filthy place from Hanzo. That was a filthy arrow that we got from God Filth, their area. A filthy arrow straight there, which pretty much proved that no one on the blue team side watched the minimap in that moment. Because that arrow was underway for a long time. Granted, they also got stunned by the boss at the same time, so I guess that played into the cards of Hanzo. Stun into stun, the C chain was there. In terms of damage, I gotta say that our girl here is also doing quite a little bit of work. Look at the damage output for just a second. Ana has more damage than Diablo, more damage than Chen, more damage than ETC, and more damage than Maiev even. She is doing fairly well. So much for support, baby. Well, the damage was actually incredibly interesting. Arrow again, and it misses. But they still go for Chen, and they want him. They want him. But Hanzo is down and Chen gets away. And here comes the blue team. Is this the comeback? Is this the ticket back into it? 16 talents on both sides. Here comes the Apocalypse. Doesn't connect with anybody. And Lily with the heals attempt. But there they go. Genji down, the Panda down, Diablo down, and Quantum is just sitting there on Ana with one pew-pew after another. Lily gets also eliminated. No more cuteness for you. Mid lane gets pushed aggressively by the camp, and they have now an opportunity to go straight in for keep number 1. Honestly, at this point, they might just be able to push for core. Li Ming is still there, so that's obviously a little bit of a concern. If she gets a kill in the reset, she might be able to defend. But you have another 20 seconds until Chen is back. He has the barrel. But they're also not doing a lot of damage, do they now? Yeah, also because the Haka is once again not there. The Haka has been just mostly rotating the entire game, so he goes to the top. So they're actually okay just getting the keep. I still have the feeling that if the Haka would have come here, they might have been able to take the core. Anyways, playing it safe. I can respect that. I can respect that. Play it safe, take the tribute, maybe even a play for boss, 20 seconds. Maybe not, unless they have vision. They get the early level 20 talent, so that's a huge lead. They have a 2-level advantage. You can definitely play that safe here. you don't have to go immediately for it. Because let's face it, when Chen comes back, he has the barrel, can maybe buy enough time for the rest of the teams to survive, so you gotta be careful with this one. So they're already sitting tight, trying to trick Genji apparently. He checks one bush, that's okay. Does he check the next bush? No. I'm sorry, but like, this is just absolutely perfect. He checks the first bush, is super cautious about it, dives in, dives out, and then he just face checks the bush right next to the boss. So that's an insta-delete against not only Genji, but also the boss gets deleted shortly after. They're trying to make the play down at the bottom of the map for the Haka. This is obviously not going to work out. And now there's an easy rotation down to the second boss, and Chen is in trouble too. Big arrow misses. Hanzo comes in with the play of the game, and he can barrel all day long. He is not going to get away from this one. Nope, he's down, and they're already activating the boss in the process. And hey, while you're already there, why not take it? Why not take it? So, yep. Top lane, Li Ming is trying to defend. The Haka is getting the tribute. But things are not really working in favor of Perfect Gems now. They have the lead in the best of 3, but this is definitely not their map. No, no, no. 20 kills against 6, a 2-level lead and level 20 Storm Talons. That's pretty much all that you need there. Top lane, boss is going to be defended. That keep is not going to fall. It's taking severe damage, but it's not going to get wrecked completely. But I can tell you that they are looking to wreck the game now, because bot lane Anti-Clown Association is already pushing through that wall before the boss is even arriving. And with 10 seconds on Chen missing, they have just all the cards in their hands. Yeah, so they can make the play now. They have the Storm Talons, they have the damage output. The Haka never died in this game thus far. The only one in the entire game, but here comes the move. The keep is down, that's a given. The keep is falling. The only thing is, can you take the core here? And normally the question should be yes. They're trying to go for the drag against Chen. Cleanse comes through. Boss on 50% HP. In comes the stun. And the mosh pit. But yeah, that one got interrupted quickly. The fight is still going on though, and Lili in particular is pretty low. She goes down nearly immediately. Slow dart on Genji, puts him out of the fight. There's the next Panda that gets eliminated. Yeah, someone needs to call PETA, because we have Panda abuse in this game going on. I mean, it is actually a little bit scary. This is just not okay. This is a bit fucked up. 4 kills against Lili, 4 kills against Chen. Someone really hates Pandas in this game. And with 60% on the core, it seems like this is going to be the end of it. They get the kill against Hanzo, but Li Ming is down too, and that core is falling as soon as the catapults are in. It's definitely going to be the end of it. Can there be a defense? I mean, they're trying, but there's Maiev. Okay, 6-5, and that's it. We are going to see game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. The Anti-Clown Association takes the victory on Cursed Hollow. The fiesta continues! Game number 3, ladies and gentlemen! Which team is gonna qualify for the North American Season number 2 of Division S? We're on tour on the Spider Queen. The series is tied. Perfect Gems on the left side in blue, with D-Rack on Garrosh, Pogex on Alarak, Valaman Malfurion, Anaverger on Gul'dan, and Gronmin on Leoric. And the Anti-Clown Association with Dudebites on Malthael, Got Filth with a Filthy Place on Greymane, Vince on Muradin, Quantum on Ana, and Kelsier is playing Maiev in game number 3. Let's get ready to rumble and see who takes it here today. This is the final one. The series pretty much got reduced to a best of 1. Only one team can take it right now. Alright. Let's go. No guts, no glory, baby. We have the Alarak factor. It's a very melee heavy setup that we see for Perfect Gems, so they are already going straight in for the combos. Alarak into Malfurion route, for example, plus Gul'dan. It's honestly not a bad setup that they're running here. They have maybe to be a bit careful about the nano-boosted Malthael that eventually we are going to see. But it's turn in time. These setups that we have, on the other hand, with the sleep dart are pretty sweet, and that could even be a kill against Alarak. And Alarak got Alarak'd. Down he goes. First victim in this little bloodbath here. That was a good setup. Again, with those sleep darts connect, they are the perfect setup for Greymane to jump in and do a bit of damage, for Maiev to follow up with the tether, and then they can take them down here. Muradin, by the way, as the tank, which is always a little bit surprising. I mean, you talk tanks on this map, then of course Johanna immediately comes to mind. We have, in this case, also Garrosh in play, but there's a plethora of additional tanks that you could always take here. Grolmin actually slowing the wave down a little bit, so playing super safe at the bottom of the map, making also a bit more dangerous for his counterpart to move out here. But yeah, interestingly enough, we have Muradin. Not really played a lot more in the European scene, but obviously he still has the strength of the direct CC, and also his level 1 talent is speccing into a straight, so third wind with the regeneration is going to be a big deal for him. Big push to the middle of the map with the camp that got already taken, so that's working out right now. D-Rec comes in, they need to be cautious of Garrosh, especially as those forts and walls are still there. Both teams with nearly the same amount of gems, and the move down to the bottom as Grolmin is checking out where exactly Malthael is. Greymane comes in, and they're gonna steal this one. Uncontested, baby. Yep, specced it out, but in the little game of chicken that we have in the early game, the blue team didn't make it. Now, I expect big things from the blue team. Why? If you call yourself Perfect Gems and you play on Tomb of the Spider Queen, then you have to have a plan here. Why else would you call yourself Perfect Gems? I mean, something is going on here. Objective is called Gems. You turn in gems. They are called Perfect Gems. Coincidence? I don't think so. I don't think so. Something is going on, and they have to prove that they're able to pull it off. I smell a bit of a conspiracy here. So, with that said, jump in, jump out. Well, thrown in and jumping out. Red team is looking to turn in first, but Alarak is already moving in, went into the show of force on level 4, so no negatively charged stacks, at least in this game. It's something we see a lot more. Ever since Blizzard started to nerf negatively charged a little bit, this is a lot more popular now. All of a sudden, PogX gets attacked, and, well, he needs to rename that hero, I think. Alarak is becoming more and more a fitting name for that particular frontliner, because getting wrecked is all that he does so far in this one. 2 kills and 2 against him. 46 gems against 52. And the opportunity to get another stun and another kill, and that's 13 gems that they could guard. Malfurion is already sitting tight, and they're actually letting him grab everything. It's like, honestly, sometimes on Cursed Hollow in particular, but also here now, I'm getting a little bit tilted. You get a great kill, your opponent had 13 gems, and instead of just keeping one hero there that could maybe prep up another kill against Malfurion, or at least deny the gems to them, you just let them grab all of them. I'm not 100% certain I agree with those decisions there. So they still are ahead, of course, but those are moves that should come natural. 3 kills against 0, level 7 talents in their hands, and the red web weavers are coming down through the bottom of the map now too. So let's see, how much can they actually pull off here? Also a bit of trivia, did you know that Tomb of the Spider Queen is actually underneath Sky Temple? You didn't? Now you do. That's why Harrison Jones is coming down here from Sky Temple. Most people should be familiar with that fact right now, but some still don't know. Here comes the stun, and there's the kill, and they're trying to go for the double. PogX gets poked, and that's a triple kill. Ladies and gentlemen, the gems are down, the heroes are dead, and the hopes and dreams are getting crushed of the team in blue. Yep, that's a quick fort, and that is a lot of work that they just did with this. 6 kills against 0, level ahead, and denying all of the gems in the mid lane. Whoo, baby. That hurts. That definitely isn't going well for them. Oh, look at that. Vince is already just thinking about jumping in. He's just yelling in voice. You ready, guys? You ready? You ready? There's another one? Doesn't even have to throw out the Storm Ball. 13 stacks for him, by the way. So if he's able to get a little bit more, then he will also rock in the cooldown reduction. 7 stacks on the other hand for Gul'dan. He's not having a good stacking process here. Despite the fact that we just saw the Web Weavers come down for the Anti-Clown Association, they still hold more gems in their hands than the blue team. So there's another opportunity with the level 10 ability to get a double turn in now for them. Yeah, things are rough for the blue team. They had a fantastic lead in this series. I mean, they won game 1. But then in the second game, definitely a few of the mistakes turned against them. And now the momentum is in the hands of the red team. Heavily. And they find Alarak, and he gets out. Level 10 abilities are there. Last rites. Mirrored in with the Avatar. And again, the Eye of Horrors. And A really likes Eye of Horrors. They like it a lot. That's the 3rd time in a row now that we have Eye of Horrors. Oh. Really? Really? He just got a free turn in against the level 10 team? Okay. Yeah, but Eye of Horrors is in, so no nano boosted Malthael, which we definitely would have seen in the European scene. Go for the throat. And there's the Web Weavers. Web Weavers coming through, and there's the attack. Straight through the middle? Where are they going to go for this one? Leo sitting at the bottom of the map, pushing this out. Top lane, minion wave is already coming in. But which lane are they going to focus on now? They have the lead, they have the additional experience, they have the Web Weavers. Now they just need to make sure that they're also bringing the pain with this. Still moving up to the top, and, well, let's have it. Leo's at the bottom of the map, pretty alone. Malthael in the middle, and the rest of the red team, as Malthael is getting the experience, is just moving through the top, trying to take down another fort. And Vince is anchoring the play and saying, whoever comes my way gets a Stormbolt straight to the face. And that will not only make his dentist happy, but at the same time also my team, because I protect them from whatever comes their way. So now the second fort gets eliminated, and with the outer ring of defense nearly completely taken down, Leo falls. Wait, what? Solo kill by Malthael against Leo. Thank God that he just turned his gems in a few seconds ago, because that would have sucked. He turned in 37, so he was definitely holding a few, but not enough for that. Quantum is on the run. Ana needs to be careful, because looks like Gul'dan has a bit of a sweet spot for her. But doesn't get her. Talking Gul'dan, 8 stacks now. We're currently 8 minutes in. So pretty much Gul'dan gets 1 stack for his Echoed Corruption per minute. That is definitely not enough. There's another little attempt at checking someone. Nobody running into it this time. Mirrored in. Stormbolt and jump. There's Maiev. Mirrodin is coming in. There's the fight if they want to take it. 7 kills against 0. There we go. Horrified. The cage is out. And Gul'dan gets wrecked again. 8 stacks still for him. The guy just doesn't hit his Echoed Corruption. Pork X goes down, so do the 14 gems that he held, and another 5 get lost as Mirrodin gets eliminated. 4 heroes taken down within a second. Guys, at this point, the red team doesn't even know what to go for first. Another turn in, the boss, try and push a keep. It is a problem. Yeah, this is the first world problem right there. Now we're looking at not only a 2-level advantage, but in addition to that, level 13 talents with the inevitable end, and also the healing static. Malthael still rotates. Could have even taken down a bit more down here. But the blue team, they are just sitting tight and they're saying, guys, okay, first of all, we need to turn in on Leo again. He is on 30 gems once more. So if he can turn in, we at least have a Web Weaver wave, because they still wait for their first one. Boss has been taken. Malthael has now turned in. Yeah, they still should probably guard that bottom turn-in point. They have vision on Leo, but they're not going for that now, so he's actually going to get the free turn-in. Unless Malthael catches him, but I don't see that happening. So they are going to turn in. That buys them a little bit more time. There's the Stormbolt. In comes the Nature's Cure for the cleanse. They're still trying to make the play, but the counter play actually keeps him in. Counter-strike. Here comes once again the attack against Ana, and this time she falls. But Alarak goes down too. They try and get the kill against Garrosh, and they get him. The stack doesn't really count for Malthael. He's still on 1, but at least they get the kill against Maiev. And that is now a kill for a kill. So the keep is still there. 2 kills against 13. Is it time for a comeback? Well, maybe. Or maybe not. Also, just mentioning it quickly for the memes, we have no Entomb on Leo. Leo did not go for Entomb with the setup. He actually went for March of the Black King. Okay. So if they make it to level 20, there's no Buried Alive for them. He isn't taking his level 13 yet, so we don't quite know if he goes for Ominous Wrath plus Royal Focus, or if instead we're going to see an auto attack build from Leo, which is the additional option that he has. 10 minutes into the game, and Gul'dan is sitting at 9 stacks for his... 10 stacks, my apologies, for his level 1 ability. Talking about stacks, 20 for Mirrodin. So he's definitely getting there. 5 more, and he has the cooldown reduction on the auto attacks and the Pierce. Web Weaver's down. Top 4 is going to be eliminated. Half a level for level 16 for the Anti-Clown Association. Half a level is all they need right now in order to get 16 and then push this a little bit further. Mirrodin is hopping out. Bunny style. And they're pushing the mid lane right now. They're playing a little bit scared. Red team is currently just sitting there and saying like, we don't really know if we really want to fight this. So they actually lose 2 forts to this push. Yeah, but where's the Stormbolt when you need it? There it is. Hits the target that they didn't want to go for. In comes the ult for Malfurion. The taunt, nearly the kill against Malthael. He can still turn this around. There's his ult. They go for the kill. Ana with a quick snipe against Garrosh. Now the kill against Gul'dan. Alarak is also down, guys. That's 40 gems on Leo. That is 40 gems on Leo, and he goes down. Oh my god. 40 gems just got annihilated. And now they have level 16 talents. They're just picking them. Stone form even for Mirrodin, playing it super safe. But this hurts. This absolutely hurts. Oh, they go for the camp too. They have an easy time getting 1 keep, 2 keeps at this point. This is disastrous for perfect gems. Maybe the reason why they don't really respect those gems is because they were imperfect. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe they only collect perfect gems. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is here. But as it stands, the Anti-Clown Association is done clowning around. And they are now moving through the middle, through the top, trying to go for the double keep. The fort at the bottom of the map is obviously going to go down. There's no saving it this time. 3 levels ahead, 17 kills against 2. And they're starting to move in already. Web Weavers everywhere, just starting to push the agenda, starting to push the minion waves out, starting to go straight in for the structures, and with everybody just busying themselves in the mid lane. The top keep is going to fall. There comes the attack again with the Horrify already being used. Stormbolt follow up against Garrosh. In comes Greymane. They're trying to go for the kill. And the quick one as the second stack is acquired for Malthael in the last rights. Keep at the top is starting to take some damage as they're still pushing through the middle, looking for the next Stormbolt setup. They get it, and they get the kill. Leo is down, so is the top keep. And with this one eliminated, they can now push either through the middle. They can try to go for the core, whatever it is. They can start to make their play here. Big boy wave also at the bottom of the map. Not only a double minion wave, nope, Web Weavers are here too. And with the catapults now coming in, they're going for that keep. Every structure is under attack here. Perfect gems. They're sitting in a corner and they're getting pummeled into the ground now. They are on the ropes. And another hero is about to die. Alarect is falling again. He is getting destroyed over and over. These Stormbolts and the follow-ups are just a little bit too strong for him to handle. 7 kills against him. Gul'dan has pushed out the bot lane at least 157,000 siege damage for him. But the red team is falling back. They're falling back right now. Stack amount on Gul'dan is 16. Not even halfway done with his quest as he picks up Runa's Affliction on 16. Yeah, and if they don't win a big team fight and then can snowball it, then I think it's going to be lights out for the blue team. How can they come back? If they win a good team fight, if they get a good setup, and they maybe take down 3 heroes, maybe more, then they will pick up a huge amount of experience and then can move to the boss, grab the boss, and take it from there. But as it stands, the red team could honestly just go for the boss. They have full-on vision in the middle of the map, so there's no reason for them to not at least try. But they're not doing that. So instead, they're going to go for the trap again. Leo comes in, checks it out, and there's the attack against Garrosh, and he gets taken out. That Horrify, on the other hand, was pretty sexy, and that's an immediate kill against Greymane. But Malfurion and Alarak go down too, and now they're just hunting Gul'dan. And this is the end of him. Yeah, the man with the underbite is getting dropped, and they're making the play for Leo too, don't they? Yeah, Leo is gonna fall too. They're coming through the top now, and this should be the end of it. It looks like the Anti-Clown Association is gonna qualify for Division S in North America for the 2nd season as they are pushing to the top. They have level 20 now with that Mirrodin immediately for the rewind. Eye of Horus with the Dead Eye on 20. No one can stop death. Not that they really had to. Malthael didn't even die once, but Garrosh is back. The problem is that this is not going to save them here. At least it shouldn't. Leo is soon going to be here too. But the defense is set up. There's the taunt as they get the attacks in, one after another. Greymane is of course not here. That's a bit of a problem. But they have the core down to 20%. Down goes Muradin. Attacks keep coming, and Malthael alone just does the work. 10, 8%, and 5, 4, 3. And Anna 1-0, and that's it. GG. Precision. German efficiency from the Anti-Clown Association. They didn't take down 1 hit point more than they had to as they win game 3 and take the victory, and therefore also a spot in Division S Season 2 of North America. Congratulations.